I'm Mabel Jong, and you're watching the World Healthcare Congress Interview Zone. I'm sitting here now with Brian Klepper, who was just named CEO of the National Business Coalition on Health. Brian, so good to see you.
Well, thanks for having me.
Well, you represent, at the NBCH, 7,000 employees, 52 coalitions, about 25 million, no, 7,000 employers.
Yeah.
About 25 million people.
Right.
How have the changes in the healthcare system up till now affected them?
Well, I think that the overarching issue is cost. That we've had runaway costs. The data show that healthcare premium cost has grown 5 times as fast as general inflation for 14 years. And it's the single biggest threat to our national economic security. So, for example, Rand did a study in 2011 that showed that in the decade leading up to 2009, 79% of all of the growth in household income was all absorbed by healthcare. Right. Only 21% was available for other stuff like education and infrastructure replacement. That's a terrible, terrible trend. It means that healthcare is crowding out our ability to invest in everything else. It's undermining our national future. If you're a business and you're operating on the international stage, you have to overcome a 9+ point disadvantage just to be on a level playing field with your competitors in Australia or Korea or Germany. Mm-hmm. So it's really an overarching problem. So the idea of a business health coalition is that if you join it, you'll get value and you will end up paying less and get better health outcomes.
Okay.
That's the general concept.
Now, in your opinion, where are all of these escalating costs coming from? Over
the last 30, 40 years, the healthcare, every sector of the healthcare industry, doctors, hospitals, health plans, brokers, drug companies, device companies, have developed nearly invisible mechanisms that allow them to extract more money from us than they're really legitimately entitled to. And so that has ballooned up healthcare. That's the reason that our costs are double what all other developed nations' costs are. So that always leads us into the discussion of who has the best healthcare in the world. Well, I don't know what the answer to that is, but the data show that our value is about half of what our other competitors internationally have.
Okay.
I mean, that's the bottom line.
Well, we talk a lot about delivering efficient care while saving money. Mm-hmm. So are we not achieving any of that yet? With the reform that
there's a class of company that has emerged as sort of an anti-healthcare organization. Most of them are very mission-driven. They don't have the tremendous revenue models that legacy healthcare organizations have. And they have identified how to disrupt these institutionalized mechanisms of excess. I come from a company like that. I'm a part owner in a company like that. And we've been very successful and we're booming. And part of my task at NBCH is to bring those skills in and those capabilities in and distribute them to regional coalitions around the country.
Okay, so ideally, what do you think needs to happen?
I think that we need a lot more transparency. There are some transparency of cost, of safety, of true quality, so that purchasers can make better decisions. We need to move away from fee-for-service reimbursement, which is a cancer on America. It's the crack cocaine of healthcare, and we need to release primary care from subjugation. But in addition to that, there are these structural fixes. I mean, if I move a primary care office visit from 9 or 10 minutes where it is today to 20 minutes, specialty visits go down by half. And specialty visits ramp up the cost of care by 10 to 15 times very often. Mm-hmm. So there are all kinds of fixes. You just have to know where the bodies are buried.
Okay, well, we're going to have to leave that one for another day,
right.
Brian. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for having me.
And I'm Mabel Jong. Thanks for watching.